Finally, Capcom has answered the prayers of SNES-equipped Mega Man fans who've longed for a sequel to the classic NES series. The eagerly anticipated Mega Man X was released late last year with high expectations. Fortunately, it lives up to most of them. If you're thinking about purchasing X, do. You'll quickly find it an invaluable addition to your library. For those not familiar with the Mega Man series, although I doubt there are many of you left, here's a quick summary. They're platform-type run-and-jump games starring Mega Man, a robot who has the entertaining ability of being able to absorb the powers of the toughest enemies he defeats. One of the neat quirks in the older games was that a weapon obtained by defeating a certain boss proved to be extra powerful when fighting a certain other boss. That feature remains in X, and is accompanied by a huge list of new features as well. X, Mega Man's new name, begins the game with only his trusty X-Buster, a cannon which can be powered to 3 different levels of intensity by holding down the fire button before releasing. With a little practice and ingenuity, this weapon is more than powerful enough to get him through many of the stages. The first stage is fairly easy. I'm meant to acquaint you with the story, as well as introduce you to 2 basic power-ups, Life Meter and Special Weapon. The latter is useless early on, since X possesses no special weapons. It won't be long, however. The game really begins after the intro stage is passed. Players are then presented with the Stage Select screen, which shows pictures of all the bosses, who will immediately be familiar to veterans. After playing and dying a few times, I learned that some bosses, namely Chill Penguin and Flame Mammoth, were easier than others. Several X-Buster shots later, I had a couple special weapons to do harm with. A few of X's other abilities come in very handy at times. He can climb a wall by repeatedly jumping against it, making careless falls down pits a thing of the past. In addition, he can obtain special non-weapon powers in secret areas throughout the game, including upgraded armor and a speed dash. Once equipped in this fashion, X is one tough hombre. Veterans of the series might find that the level of challenge drops off considerably after a couple of the secrets are found. Nobody said that a game can't both be easy and fun, though. There is, however, something to be said for games that are too hard. After playing for countless hours and craftily defeating all 8 of the primary bosses, one must confront the final boss, Sigma, in his multi-leveled fortress. Not only must you defeat all of the bosses again, you have to beat as many as 5 of them in a row without using a continue. There are even new bosses that are tougher than the originals. Here's where veteran Mega Man players will be happy they didn't turn their SNES off after the first 2 stages. Mega Man X is a 12-meg cart, and while the game's graphics are very good indeed, it's the fantastic sound effects and music that caught me first. I was only taken aback slightly when some slowdown occurred in the first stage. Not expecting it to occur again, I was further annoyed when it turned up in several other stages. Slowdown disrupts a player's rhythm. It should be eliminated before the game hits the shelves. Oh well, given that the rest of X is completely terrific, it's a minor qualm. Mega Man X carries on in the tradition of classic NES games, but adds many new features that will crank the gameplay over the top. Newcomers will at least like this game, and oldcomers will love it. If you played the old series and liked that it was sometimes simple, then X will fit you to a T.